You know what this hair reminds me of? Rusted metal. Now you can't unsee it too. Hello, this is Ken. I like making things. I love finding affordable ways to DIY a variety of things. Money can't buy everything except maybe figures. I love collecting figures and recreating iconic scenes. Every figure deserves to shine on my display. So every week I ask myself the same question and answer it by creating something I'm proud of. Join my weekly adventure by subscribing to my channel. Leave your feedback and suggestions down below. I often get inspired by your comments, and I hope I can inspire you too. Last week, I fixed my knockoff Venom figure, making him slimier and grosser. Check that video out. I had lots of fun posing him. Today I'm gonna fix John Walker, Captain America. He comes with an unmasked head. The head looks a little odd. And of course, I'm gonna fix US Agent as well. It's pretty much the same figure. So, let's deconstruct this figure. The US Agent figure is not very screen accurate. The obvious thing I gotta fix is the star on his helmet. US Agent's helmet in the show does not have the star on it. The stripes on his torso are also incorrect. The red stripes are white in the show, and the black stripes are red. And finally, it's that bright red again. This color makes everything look so silly. I'm gonna darken his gloves so they aren't distracting. Now as for the John Walker figure, I find the overall figure too plastic-like. His outfit in the show looks quite rubberized. And those gloves, they are too bright. And finally, I need to fix that hair. I also want to add some stubble onto his face. I find his character more interesting when he had the stubble. That's my analysis. It doesn't mean this figure isn't great. I just wanted to make it even better. So, can I make it? Let's have a closer look at the figure. I think the mold itself is pretty good, but that shiny blue is bugging me. So let's start with that. I'm gonna paint blue all over the outfit. I happen to have a blue that's almost the exact same shade, which is perfect. That means I don't have to be too precise. All I'm doing with the acrylic paint is mattifying the blue, so it looks more like fabric rather than plastic. Next, I'm going to redefine the silver buckles. I also decided to add a darker shade of blue on various areas on his outfit. This will give his outfit a bit more texture and less flat looking. I also noticed that he's missing some red stripes on his back. And then I'm going to use a darker red color to darken his gloves. There's actually a lot of details on his gloves, but it's hard to see with the bright red. Look, now it looks like he's wearing some sort of tactical gloves. Alright, here's his helmeted head. It's a pretty good sculpt, but is it me or does he look like a little boy? So I'm going to add some stubble onto his face. This is a bit tricky, because it's not supposed to be a full beard. It should be noticeable, but also not too distracting. I'm adding small dots onto his face, but they need to be added in an organic manner. Otherwise, it will look like he has polka dots on his face. The most challenging part about this is that it's very hard to undo a stroke. Because each stroke is so fine and so close to each other, I can't just wipe it off or blend it in without affecting the other strokes. So it's almost like I only have one chance at it. Let's hope it works. Deep breath. Actually, I find that whenever I am doing fine details, I hold my breath until I'm done. Not sure why, maybe my hands are steadier that way. Alright, I'm gonna finish it off by adding some silver onto the strap. What do you think? Does it look like he hasn't shaved for a few days? I like this look better than his clean shaven look. Let's see what it looks like on the body. Yeah, that works. Now he looks less like a squeaky clean young man, and looks more like he might have killed someone in public so he didn't have time to shave. Okay, here he is without his helmet. Something still seems off. Let's start by lightening his skin tone so it's not too yellow. Next, I'm going to dull down his hair color. It's way too orange to me. Now this is going to feel strange because I'm using a dark brown color. but I'm mostly doing this to offset the bright orange. It's more like I'm resetting the base color. It'll make more sense once I add more layers to it. Next, I'm gonna add a lighter, a more muted color on. Yes, it still looks wrong. I agree. So I'm gonna work on the stubble instead. So I have time to think about how to fix the hair. Alright, back to his hair. Now I'm gonna add a mustard color to lighten his hair. Ah, the hair is starting to look right. Okay, here's the finished head with the right hair color. It now looks so much more natural. He's not wearing a rusting metallic helmet anymore. Next, it's time to work on US Agent. Let me just fix his gloves first. That red color is my nemesis. Okay, now onto his helmet. I need to remove the star in his helmet. I'm gonna use a knife to slice it off. Please be careful when using a knife. Always cut away from your fingers. Make sure your non-cutting hand is not in the way. Take your time and stay focused. Cut small chunks at a time rather than trying to cut the whole star out in one go. It'll be safer and you have more control this way. Here's what the helmet looks like. There's still a bit of residue left. Sometimes it's impossible to use a knife to cut something on a rounded surface, so I'm going to use sandpaper to smooth it out, like how I did with my Vormir display. Here it is after sanding. So much better. You can't tell there was a star on there before. Next, more stubble. This time I'm only adding minimal amount of stubble. In the show, he seems a bit more well groomed. Alright, as for the outfit, I'm gonna paint black all over it, the same way I did with the other outfit, just to mattify it a bit. I'm also gonna paint over the red stripes on his torso, since they aren't screen accurate anyway. Now that everything is dark, his gloves are still bothering me. They're still too bright, so I'm gonna darken them even more, so they don't take away the attention from the rest of the body. Now I'm going to use a darker red to paint the stripes back on correctly. I'm not using a bright red because his overall outfit is so dark. Having a bright red on his chest would not make sense. I'm doing thin coats here rather than thick coat of paint. I find it easier to work with, and I can preserve the texture better. Now look, because everything on his outfit is quite dark, now the attention is back on his face. Nice. Okay, now onto the white stripes. I'm using a light grey for the same reason. I don't want the stripes to be blinding white. They should look like they are a part of the outfit. Alright, here's US Agent all painted. I think it looks pretty good. Quite natural. Before I end this video, I need to fix the shield too. Here's the shield. It is that bright red again! For those who've been watching my videos, you know how much I dislike this red. So I'm going to paint the darker red over it. I'm also going to darken the blue a bit too. A richer blue will look good on this shield. And to finish it off, I'm going to add a glossy varnish over it to make it look more metallic. Alright, here's the shield with a darker red. I actually did Falcon, the real Captain America's shield off screen too, but with an even darker red. Which one do you like more? Let me know down below. Okay, here's John Walker all finished. I really like the matte blue on him. I think it goes with his image better, the I'm your hero image he's trying to portray. And here's US Agent. I'm just so glad his gloves aren't glowing anymore. Oh, almost forgot. Here's John Walker without his helmet. Now he looks more like a real person. What do you think? Which version of John Walker do you prefer? I generally like black outfits, so I think US Agent looks cool. But I also really like what I've done to the masked head. I think it goes really well with the blue Captain America outfit, so I feel like they have to be displayed together. But before I do that, let's compare the Captain Americas. Here he is with Steve Rogers, who I fixed a few weeks ago. It's actually quite interesting to see how different they look. Which Cap do you trust more? Oh, okay, that's a silly question. Which Cap do you think would win in a fight? Okay, let's end this with a photo shoot. These figures are actually quite fun to pose. Maybe because his character has so many layers. I feel like I can tell a lot of stories with the expression and poses. Like his signature head tilt. John Walker can pull off the typical heroic poses, and also looks like he's about to go unhinged at the same time. Especially with the US agent figure, I can play with the duality of this character. He can look confident, angry, prideful, arrogant, insecure, etc. I can't wait to see him return in future MCU movies or shows. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe for more Marvel content. Stay inspired, and I'll see you next week. I can make it, so can you.